Hello everyone. Welcome in. Hello, our vlogs. Ben, Carol, Witch Bucket, Melinda, Carla, and Kevin. I'm doing good, Melinda. Thank you so much. Yo, Devin, good to see you. I got some bad news. Bad news to share. Um, Let me get a lot of people here. So hello, D. McLean. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. I'm doing good, Ben. Got a lot of news sharing to do. Trying to get everyone to come in. Hello, Troll. Good to see you. So, as you heard about Tina Peters. Um, Tina Peters, though, she's actually, yeah. Good to see everyone. Oh, let's get more people in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, so as you know, like I put it on my community post that Tina Peters, who was a former Mesa County, who was a clerk in Mesa County, Colorado. She was actually, actually jailed for exposing the 2020 election fraud. Um, so she was in so she's in rapidly declining health, and she's suffering abuse in prison. Hello, Charlie. Good to see you. So officials are denying her release. Kind of sad. So this is actually, yeah. So this is actually what it says. It's from, and also if you look at X, if you could also follow me on X, I will have all the updates. So it's kind of sad that Tina Peters are the officials are denying her release. Good to see everyone. on this fine Monday evening. Yeah, so I don't know what will happen with Tina. That's great. That's good for you, Ben. Yeah. So I don't know what will happen. Let's all keep her in our prayers, though. Yeah. And yeah, so that's the news about Tina Peters. It is, Charlie. It is. All right, guys. Also, there's a brush fire in Long Island, entirely contained amide arson probe. I'll show you that. I'll show you that clip in a minute. I'll show you that clip. Hey, Alex, I'm doing good. So let me share it out real quickly. So let's take a look at this.
Kathy Hochul declared a state of emergency because of a wildfire threat in Suffolk County. State, local, and the National Guard are all on standby to suppress the fire that burned hundreds of acres. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is in the fire zone tonight. Kimberly.
Well, Joe, today the winds died down, and that really was key in terms of fighting and containing this fire. Here, you really get a sense of things. Everything is charred. And look over here. This is pretty dramatic. There you see dark soot. On the other side, dry brush, the exact spot where firefighters stopped this inferno in its tracks.
My God! My whole place.
Mark Cirillo couldn't believe what was happening.
I saw what looked like a tornado cloud.
Towering flames were surrounding his business here on Old Riverhead Road in West Hampton, Long Island.
Fire exploded and the flames went up and over the building and basically enveloped the whole place.
It's blowing 40 miles an hour. Look at this.
Initially, Mark was inside AutoGate Systems and smelled smoke. Around 1 Saturday afternoon, he ran outside and started moving all of these vehicles that were parked just a few feet from the raging fire. He tells me his own safety was not top of mind, rather the business he started in 1990.
I've been here a long time, and I just wanted to, do what we can do.
As the fire was ripping through this area, Mark was here all alone. He was able to save the main structure here on his property, but that one, a second building, it went up in flames. Today, crews were back out looking for hot spots on the ground and by air. They've made progress. The fire is now completely knocked down. A fire break, a separation that will keep flames from spreading, surrounds about 22% of the perimeter. The West Hampton Pines fire started in Santa Mauritius and in the end charred roughly 600 acres here in Suffolk County. But officials are not yet letting their guard down.
Any of those embers can ignite and set this fire up again.
It's been an exhausting 24 hours and counting for more than 80 volunteer fire companies along with EMS.
They train, save lives, and then save property, and that's what they did.
And Mark tells me if it wasn't for those firefighters, he would have lost everything. 2 firefighters were hurt, but we're told they will be okay. Now to the investigation. A team of 25 detectives is here trying to pinpoint, did this fire, which is 4 separate blazes, start naturally, or was it something else? For now, we're live in West Hampton. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
How crazy is
We're
that?
now learning that it was a craving for s'mores. Yeah, s'mores.
How crazy is that, guys? Very crazy. Burning hundreds of acres of the land. Hello, Party Bonza. Hello, John. Good to see you. Good to see everyone inside. Yeah, crazy. A hundred of acres it was burning. Yeah. Next, there's a plane crash that happened in Pennsylvania. So it's crazy how it's happening. There were five people who are taken to the hospital, 5 injured in the plane crash. Yeah, so let me. Yeah. Good to see everyone in here.
Craft Bonanza crashed here on the property of Brotherton Village. 5 passengers were on board. All 5 passengers were transported by local EMS agencies to local hospitals for treatment.
Hello, Bonnie.
No
Good to see
structural
you.
damage occurred on the Brotherton Village property. We did have multiple vehicles catch on fire due to the aircraft. Now transitioning to a recovery and an investigation phase, and we are awaiting additional information from our federal partners on next steps. At this time, is there any questions from the media?
Anyone on the ground hurt?
You're welcome,
No, there was not.
Bonnie.
Only the 5 that were on the aircraft where the injured individuals have been transported to local hospitals.
Do you know the conditions? Multiple vehicles, how many?
There's at least 5 vehicles that sustained damage on the Brotherton Village property.
About a dozen in total. 5 that were severely damaged.
Was the plane coming from Lancaster Airport?
Yes, the plane did take off from Lancaster Airport.
Any initial signs of duress from the plane?
We don't at this time. It is all under investigation by our federal partners.
It sounded like air traffic control. Sounded like perhaps a door open that maybe could have clipped the wing or something.
That would be under the investigation on the our federal partners at this point.
Could you characterize the injuries?
The 5 patients are all being looked at this point by the doctors at the local hospitals.
For burn? I mean, are they burned?
At this point, we know they were transported to local hospitals.
Which hospitals? Which hospitals?
We're not really going to get into say because I think some of them may have been transferred. There may have been some diversions that may have occurred because of 5 persons creating a mass casualty incident. So I and the fire chief are not comfortable putting that out within anything to be referenced at this point in time.
Are they family members? Do you know if they're related?
That's all part of the investigation at this point on their manifest documents. Also, the first on-scene police officer from Manheim Township Police was on scene from dispatch within 2 minutes, and followed on within 3 minutes. The first arriving Manheim Township Fire Rescue Engine Company was on scene to start providing treatment to the patients and also extinguishment of the multiple fires.
Can you describe what it was like for them to get those people out of that plane and how that happened?
Not at this point. We haven't debriefed with our staff yet. That will be doing later this evening.
It would have had a full load of fuel just after takeoff. You talk about the
I don't know the fuel capacity on takeoff.
Can you talk about what you said in terms of the fire, in terms of the extent?
Yeah, obviously they had heavy fire on arrival from the aircraft, and then had the extinguishment piece. So at this point, the incident is under control and fire is all out.
We believe we saw hazmat here. Were there chemical concerns with this crash?
Hazmat's here to support. Obviously, we have a unified command in place from all the disciplines and emergency services. And hazmat's part of the cleanup due to the fuel that was on board the aircraft that also ran down the asphalt. So they're doing the containment of all that at this point.
Do you know if there's any concern for the residents here at this center?
There's not, and I don't know if anybody from Brotherton Village would like to speak about residents and sheltering in place at this point.
What you shared.
The only thing I'll throw in it was part of our response. We initially had all people
Hello,
on the
Priscilla.
property
Good to see
shelter in
you.
place, just as a precaution to protect them. We didn't have all the specifics at that time. Again, to the fire chief's point, at no point on the ground was anyone injured. At no point did the plane or the aircraft strike any part of the structure. So we're very confident that all safety concerns have been addressed as far as the facility here and everyone that lives here.
Do you have? I realize this will be part of what the NTSB looks at, but do you have any way to gauge whether the pilot might have intentionally been able to avoid the buildings? I mean, it was pretty fortunate.
That is still all under investigation and from the federal partners.
Approximately how far did the plane skid before it came to a rest?
Well, I would say from our initial look, it appears that it may have skidded approximately 100 feet after it made contact with the ground.
Any prior damage to the building?
No, there's absolutely no damage to the building or structures here whatsoever.
Where was the plane headed?
We have to. I don't have access to the flight plan right now. I don't know if the airport would have anything to say.
Can you describe this fire and, putting it out? I assume with jet fuel, it might have been a pretty intense fire.
Yep, we had a response from the airport with their ARF vehicle as well, and just using copious amounts of water, high volume, we were able to extinguish the fire.
Any challenges there?
No, none at all.
The plane was registered to an LLC. Was that a business based out of Lancaster Airport? You know?
We don't know at this point.
So at this point, we're going to follow up through the Lancaster County PIO's office for additional questions and comments at this point. So we'll push something back out within the next 2 hours.
Is NTSB or FAA on scene now?
They are en route at this point. Thank you.
Can you say your name?
Scott Little, Fire Chief, Manheim Township Fire Rescue, Manheim Township Emergency Management Coordinator.
Dwayne Fisher, Manheim Township Chief of Police.
You said NTSB and TSA are on en route?
Yes.
Okay.
Spell your first one, Dwayne.
Thank you. DUANE.
Would you consider this a miracle, sir?
I don't know if I consider it a miracle, but the fact that we have a plane crash where everybody survives and nobody on the ground is hurt is a wonderful thing. And anytime you have transportation, you always have risk when people are moving. But to have this type of ending on it so far is a great day for us. Thank you.
Folks, and Scott Little mentioned we'll push out any additional update via writing. If you did not receive the distribution information for that, I'm happy to give you my email address and we'll make sure that we get that out to you. And I'll take
How crazy is that? And now I'll show you the plane crash, how it happened. Hold on. This is where that plane crash happened. Five people were injured. Plane just caught on fire and it was smoking out. This is I'm gonna show it too.
Tracy, where I'm standing, I can.
So this is how that happened. Hold on, Alex. Please do not ask personal questions. Don't answer, Weston. Yeah, so that's how it happened. So if you want to see the helicopter crash, there, here. Let me see. Please respect the channel, and we will respect you. Just trying to find it. Trying to find it. Hold on. Hello, sister. Good to see you. Hello, Darlene. Good to see you. Welcome in. Okay, so this is the helicrash, guys. It happens in Houston, Texas. Crazy how it is. Very crazy. That's exactly how that helicopter crash happened. And then there is actually oil tanker and cargo ship collide in North Sea. There we go.
Hello, you're watching Sky News. It's 1 o'clock. We're starting with breaking news at this lunchtime. The Coast Guard is coordinating an emergency response after an oil tanker and a cargo vessel collided off the coast of East Yorkshire. There are reports that they have caught fire. We know that a helicopter and lifeboats are providing an emergency response to the incident, which remains ongoing. Here you can see where it has happened. It is around 10 miles off the coast, near to Hull and the port of Grimsby. 4 lifeboat crews have been called to the incident. They have been sent from Bridlington, Cleethorpes, Mablethorpe and Skegness. Now, these images show the moment of contact. You can see the Solang. This is a container ship flying under the flag of Madeira. It was heading to Rotterdam. It left Grangemouth in Scotland yesterday, and it appears to have collided with a chemical and oil tanker. The Solang, the container ship that was travelling south, 140 metres long, 22 metres wide. We think that the ship it collided with, the Stena Immaculate, a chemical oil tanker, was at anchor at the time. This is owned by the US company Crowley. It is under a US flag. It left Greece at the end of February en route to the UK, potentially en route to Grimsby, as that is the port that it was closest to. That too is a substantial vessel, 183 metres long, 32 metres wide. Now, as the Coast Guard was alerted, sent people to the scene, you can also see from this marine traffic site the number of other vessels with firefighting capability that also rushed to the area to provide assistance. A number of different vessels have been called to that area. Also had a statement in the last short time from the RNLI. They say that 4 lifeboat crews have been called to an incident off the Lincolnshire coast this morning. At 10:20 a.m., HM Coast Guard tasked Bridlington, Cleethorpes, Mablethorpe and Skegness lifeboats to support their response to 2 vessels that were reported to have been in collision with each other. Now, the lifeboats are saying, the RNLI are saying, that there were reports that a number of people had abandoned the vessels following the collision, and that there were fires on board both ships. By 11:40, Cleethorpes had stood down while Bridlington, Mablethorpe and Skegness continued to support search and rescue efforts. They are saying that the incident is ongoing, with the RNLI and HM Coast Guard working together. Well, let's talk to our correspondent, Shaman Freeman-Powell, who's been looking at this story for us. Shaman, still very basic information that's getting to us, but enormous concern given the size of both of these vessels and the fact that one of them is registered as a chemical and oil tanker.
Absolutely. This seems to be a very significant incident that is currently developing after a cargo ship and an oil tanker collided in the North Sea. It has now triggered an emergency rescue mission after reports that a number of people had abandoned both vessels. And as you say, the alarm was raised just before 10 to 10 this morning after reports that a chemical oil tanker and a cargo ship have reported to have collided in the North Sea just off the coast of East Yorkshire. Now, there is currently a rescue mission underway with helicopter and lifeboats providing an emergency response. As you say, this is a developing story, but we do have statements from HM Coast Guard, which says that HM Coast Guard is currently coordinating the emergency response to the reports of the collision between the tanker and the cargo vessel. It continues saying that a Coast Guard rescue helicopter from Humberside was called alongside lifeboats from Skegness, Bridlington, Mablethorpe and Cleethorpes, adding that HM Coast Guard fixed-wing aircraft aircraft and nearby vessels with firefighting capability is also there, and that the incident remains ongoing. We also had that statement from RNLI, who are helping with this rescue mission as well. It says that 4 lifeboat crews were called to the incident off the Lincolnshire coast this morning. It adds that at around 10 this morning, HM Coast Guard tasked Bridlington, Cleethorpes, Maplethorpe and Skegness lifeboats to support their response to the 2 vessels that were reported to have collided with each other. It adds that there were reports that a number of people had abandoned the vessel following a collision, and that confirming that there were fires on both ships. And as you say, this is a developing story. We will be keeping our eyes on this, watching very closely to see whether or not we'll have any more day, but there will be concerns, of course, for the people that were aboard both of those ships, and also environmental concerns too, as oil tanker crashes can have devastating environmental consequences due to oil spills.
All right. It's not, let me, so this is actually what, so I'll show you like, real.
But we start with the news in the UK. It's breaking right now. A U.S. oil tanker has collided with a Portuguese container ship. There is a large fire on the tanker. You can see those images right now. Those are coming into us. The incident happened in the North Sea off the coast of East Yorkshire in England. The UK Coast Guard says it has deployed a rescue helicopter, lifeboats, and nearby vessels with, quote, firefighting capability. More on this. I'm joined on the phone by CBS News correspondent Ian Lee. He is headed to the scene at the very moment, but he's on the phone with us now. So, Ian, what can you tell us about this collision? What have you learned so far?
Hi, Vlad. Yeah, we're on our way to Hull, where it's close to where this accident happened. What we're hearing is that at least 32 people have been brought ashore. That's according to authorities. All of the people who are on board the U.S. flagged ship, the Stena Immaculate, have been accounted for. When this crash happened in the early morning's hours, about just before 10 o'clock, we're hearing that a Portuguese flagship, the Solong, was sailing from the north. That's when it hit the nearly stationary U.S. flagship. A huge fireball erupted. Some people, we are hearing, jumped into the water, and that's when you had that large search and rescue operation, which is presumably still ongoing right now. There is, though, concerns that because this was a container ship, that there could be a large oil spill. Authorities are looking out for that as well. But right now, they're looking to make sure everyone is accounted for.
All right, Ian, the images that we're seeing right now are incredible. And you're saying that right now, as far as we know, that there is no one at risk of losing their life. The folks that have been rescued off of that vessel are now with the UK Coast Guard.
You know, you're right, Vlad. It is pretty remarkable when you look at those pictures. You see the smoke, you see the fireball, and to think that the people, at least on the U.S. flagship, have been accounted for, because we're hearing that that is the ship that erupted into flames. It carries petroleum, it carries petroleum products, and so the fact that that ship was able, that it erupted in such a way and that they were able to account for everyone is probably likely a testament to the training of that crew. We do not know the cause of this crash right now. That is going to be one of the first things that they investigate.
All right, Ian Lee, you're headed to the scene as we speak, as these live pictures come into us here at CBS News. We'll check in with you a little later once you arrive and once you have some more information for us. We appreciate it, my friend. Stay safe.
Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, kind of crazy, isn't it? Definitely crazy. How seriously? It's kind of crazy. So, yeah. Have you got also for people who lives in Florida? There was a tornado warning. Please be careful. Yeah, so did you guys hear about the deadly shootout in Newark? It's crazy. There was also a school shooting in Lansdowne. How crazy is that? And then there was Elon Musk who got cyber attacked, and he was claiming that X got cyber attacked. Hello, Proud Nana, good to see you. So for those who just came in, there's an update, breaking news about Tina Peters. So she was a clerk in Mesa County, Colorado. She was in jail for exposing 2020 election fraud. And she is declining health, and she's suffered abuse in prison. So they're actually officials are denying her release. So it's crazy. Very crazy, guys. Yeah, I see you too, Nana. I see you too. Yeah. How crazy? Yeah. How crazy is that? All right. Yeah. Don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so definitely something is going on in here. Anyway. Yeah. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, so oh yeah, troll. Definitely. Hey Trina, good to see you. Trina RC. Mhm. All right. Tornado warning. Yeah, I'm doing well, Trina. Thank you. Yeah, too much. Yeah, crazy. Really crazy. The last clip I want to show you guys. Trump's golf course has been vandalized by pro-Palestinian. So kind of crazy. It was all over his house. In red graffiti in red ink, and also on the golf course. Yeah, and in white ink on the golf course saying that Gaza is not for sale. So this is actually, whoops, it's actually the clip I want to show you guys. It's really terrible, Party Bonza. Hold on, guys. Let me hold on. This is actually better one. Here we go. This is actually better.
Donald Trump's iconic Turnberry golf course has been vandalized by pro-Palestine protesters. Shocking images reveal red spray-painted expletives and derogatory messages targeting the US president, with the vandalism extending to the clubhouse and the greens on several holes at the exclusive course. The activist group Palestine Action has claimed responsibility for the damage. Among the messages scrawled on the site was the phrase, "Gaza is not for sale," while multiple holes were dug up on the property. Red paint was also splattered across the floors and buildings of the prestigious golf resort. Trump purchased the Turnberry course in 2014, renaming it Trump Turnberry, which is now considered one of the finest golf resorts in the world. A round of golf there costs a staggering £1,000. The incident comes amidst controversy surrounding Trump's proposed vision of Gaza. He has previously suggested transforming the war-torn city into the Riviera of the Middle East, envisioning a luxurious tourist destination. In a widely criticized move, he even shared AI-generated images depicting Gaza as a glitzy holiday resort, despite the devastating toll of the ongoing conflict, which has reportedly claimed the lives of 48,000 people.
How sad is that? Really sad. Yeah, you got to be careful, John. There's a big tornado storm coming. Tornado. There was a tornado warning in Florida. I don't know if you watch it. Just play it back. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Yeah, kind of crazy though. And who in the right mind will vandalize Trump's golf course? I don't know what what those Palestinians' deal is, but I don't know. Kind of crazy. So that's all the news I'm going to share for today. I hope you guys like the premiere. So I'll definitely share some news news this weekend, but good news is Saturday I'll be live streaming the St. Patrick's Day parade this coming Saturday around 10. So so I hope you guys if you can, please be there. If you can't, I mean, there'll be a lot of people there in the parade for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna be heading out. So if there's in 5 minutes I'll be ending the stream. So any news, share any news feed. I will surely go live in one of the weekdays and show you. All right. Thank you all for supporting, for all the support. And then yeah, I hope it doesn't. I hope that news didn't baffle you too much. It's crazy. All right, guys. I'm gonna head on out. Any last minute questions, let me know. I'll also let you say your goodbyes. Thank you all for supporting me. Yeah, thank you all for supporting me, and thank you all for all the likes that you give me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell. Whenever I go live, you'll get the notification, or if I upload some videos, I'll you surely get the notification. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next stream. Peace out.